They feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down to Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on first down. From the gun, running back on the move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bears moving quickly to the line. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early.
He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more.
He makes the connection, and they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Sends it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And they're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
He makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown Bears! They're on the board first here in the season opener. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, give on the inside. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Right down the middle. Got his man on the right. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Hawkeyes have enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Iowa.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He wants to go deep. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Oh, it's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bears want to crank the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor! And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. A new set of downs after the completion.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
It's now 2nd down.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll pull it down. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be
He is smashing people. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, two guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense. It makes you really be honest.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bears!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by 8 over South Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's got great speed. And there he goes. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get to...
Got a lot of running room. The 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. And he's dragged down.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
It's complete on the right side. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bears will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa has the ball back on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
He chucks one out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quick strike complete. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out.
Reels it in down the left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The run from the shotgun. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bears! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field to score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On third down, going up top. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Baylor! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's McWilliams. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. Shakes off the tackle. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Bears decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do it.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass?
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Good timing on the quick out. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. The quick out. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go the other direction.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown Bears! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
It's complete to the right. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Hawkeyes have this offense rolling.
Good enough for 1st down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Firing to the right, complete. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
2nd down.
They get a big win here and start the season.